Alrighty.
What's up?
What's good? What's good?
We're here with Chillinit.
What's going on, my bro? Thanks for having me through.
No, thanks for coming down.
In true Chillinit style.
What you got there?
Who's got a lighter? I haven't got a lighter. Who's got the lighter? I swear I don't have it.
Good.
Bagsy has it.
What's up?
What's good?
With
Bagsy with the lighter. That'll be
Chillinit.
that'll be classic. Bro, thanks for having me through.
No, thanks for coming down.
We got one? Wombat with the fucking lighter assist. Woods. Thank you. Give me 2 sec.
Go for it, mate. Feel free.
Big up to the boys for letting me indulge in the 420 fam.
Of course.
I appreciate. I'm sorry. No, I appreciate you. Let's do this, man. I'm keen. Thanks for having me through. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Look, just a little intro, I guess. You've been a guy sort of in the Aussie hip hop and then more recently in the grime scene, Aussie grime scene for since I think I look for as far back as sort of 2012, 2011.
Yeah,
around the time. Yeah. Sort of, and sort of something that interests me, and maybe you can shed some light on it, is just the fact that the last sort of 18 to last like year to 2 years has been absolutely incredible
like
for
that.
Yeah.
It's gone up at a I think I think the biggest part of it for me was I kind of separate the two people. So like the stuff that I was doing with Hustle Hard, I was just a kid, man, you know what I mean? At the time I was like, I wasn't even living at home at the time. I was on a lot of drugs, unfortunately, at the time.
Yeah.
And I took a break from music and went into the trade. Learn about life and being a man and that, and just some of the fucking things you need to learn to run a business and be a good person. So like when I came back into it a second time around, I felt like a new person. Same heart, same soul, same charisma, but just more mentally ready for it. And I think that's the difference there, is I came into it with a plan. I came into it with the right mentality, and I'd read about the laws of attraction and that. I was in the zone, you know? And I think it's man, I'm just enjoying the ride right now, my bro. I'm just enjoying the ride.
It's a wild ride at the moment.
It fucking is, man. Yeah,
like,
it is.
That show last night, I've never seen, down the bottom of those stairs, I've literally never seen fans be like that wild and out. Like,
we ain't seen that for the whole tour either yet.
Oh,
man.
really?
Well, it's been wild, but the way that they rushed us at those stairs was out of control.
Man, yeah, you couldn't hold them back.
Yeah, like normally it's wild, as in like there's a few people hanging out at the back and they wait. That was like chaos. Like the pub, the people were looking, going, "What's going on?" It was like, I felt like
because half the
King Arthur or some shit on the stairs, bro, waving a spliff to my people. Like it was sick, man. It was cool.
Yeah, it was fucking dope. Like I literally, I think in Perth especially, like watching how you guys have sort of come into the market and come to the scene, like with that show that you did at Ice Cream Factory. That was wild.
One day.
Yeah, one day Sunday.
Nick.
Yeah. It was because is one day Sunday run by Joyride and then Nick.
I believe so. I know Nick's I know Nick, and I'm pretty sure they're all like. I think it's a collective.
It's a group.
One day is a collective between. Anyone want to shed some light on that one for me? Any of the boys here? Nick's the CEO. There you go. That doesn't surprise me.
The chief.
Mr. Loopy, fucking out here. Golf dad. I call him Golf Dad, bro. He always dresses like he's just come from a game of golf.
Yeah.
He's fucking. He kills me.
So you just sort of semi-recently had an album or mixtape out?
Yeah, no, we dropped Women, Weed and Wordplay.
Yeah.
That was in November, so December, January, February, March.
Well, now actually.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
It's clocked up about 20 million streams on Spotify and another 7 to plus on Apple. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, man. Look, for a debut album and independently done, like strictly independent, like bro, like everything we do down to, I can't think of anything that I don't have a hand in, you know what I mean? There's not one thing I don't have a hand in. So I learned that from like the 50 Cent type, you know, come up listening to him, listening to Big L, listening to Park, and just people who built themselves from the ground up. So that's why I kind of follow that. But yeah, the album's going good, man. I'm working on my new project at the moment. It's called The Octagon. So
yes,
I've
seen some stuff about that.
I'm very, very excited about that, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's a big elevation and a big growth period for me.
Yeah.
And I think the second album's going to really hit home all of me, you know what I mean? Like, you've met Chillinit kind of with this first album and like the Women, Weed and Wordplay, and I think this is going to be the collective Blake as well, and just everything of my soul and heart on a record. Yeah,
because right now I feel like a lot of the vibe you put out, especially on your Instagram, is like party,
loves
weed,
a party right now. I'm
chicks.
not fronting.
Yeah, of course. And I assume there's much more to you than just that.
Yeah, 100% there is. But like as well, like a lot of people sleep on this. But as we've had running a business now for about 3 months with a registered business, and in the 3 months we've been running it, we've donated 11,000 to charity, to 2 different charities.
I've also seen that on
yeah,
the Instagram
you know,
as well,
like I'm always doing things for fans. Like there's been a couple of times where silently and blindly I've reached out to fans and helped financially with some fans that are in rough situations. Like at the end of the day, I want to give back as much as I get.
Yeah.
And as well, I'm not going to front as well. Like, I'm a 20-something-year-old male, and I'm from Australia, and I really don't give a flying fuck. And I just enjoy smoking my weed. I enjoy having good sex with big titty women. Like, why do I need to act like any other motherfucker in my shoes would be doing it? The only motherfuckers who say anything are the ones at home pulling it, watching my story. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
At the end of the day, they still tuning in. The amount of fucking haters that are still tuning in. Like, thank you. This joint was paid for by the haters. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Cheers, big ups, big ups
to the haters. We're the lighter again, by the way.
I guess one of the questions I have, sort of in line with like the shows you did last night, the show you did last night, and all the touring you've been doing, is sort of like, what's one of the craziest things you sort of experienced, like fan wise, like.
Fan-wise?
Well, last night there was some kid who just looked like he'd had about 17 pingers that was just trying to get on.
Oh, that's a warm-up for some of these cunts these days, bro. It's out of control, man. Like, look, man, and look, I don't encourage it. If there's anybody out there, look, the best advice I can give you is don't take drugs, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But we're living in 2019. We're living in a world that's produced by the baby boomers and the motherfuckers who are judging us now, and this is the world we live in now. It's iPhones, technology, and drugs on hand everywhere. I can make a phone call to 5 motherfuckers and get it. So this is the life we live in. So, yeah, a lot of the kids, not kids, the adults over 18, a lot of these young dudes are like off their heads. But at the same time, I think one of the craziest fan things I've had was I've had a girl come up to me, and she came to the show and she needed her own spot because she was pregnant, and she was like, oh, I'm pregnant and I don't want to like be in the mosh pit, can I have a spot? So we got her an allocated spot where she could watch the show from a good vantage point. And after the show, she comes up to me and I signed the back of her ultrasound, and she said she's going to call her kid Blake.
Wow,
and she's gonna keep me in the loop. I'm not gonna drop her name or anything, but yeah, she's gonna keep me in the loop. So I'm gonna get to see the kid when it's born.
How many months pregnant were we talking?
I think it was about 2-3 months. Like, it wasn't like she was like. It's not like she was about to burst, walking around with a big bump. But like, yeah, she was pregnant, and so it was quite interesting. It could have been a bit longer as well. I was a bit faded. I'm not too sure how long she was pregnant. Big up.
Do you know if the dad's still around?
Nah, I don't. I'm not. I didn't get that deep into it. That was very deep into it, to be honest. I was that kind of. I was like, wow. But and then apart from that, though, at Melbourne, we had people. I was sitting on the windowsill. Had people out the front of the window climbing telegraph poles, trying to get up to me and stuff. Like,
holy fuck!
Yeah, and I was throwing beers at people. Oh, I was throwing full beer cans down, going, "Who wants a drink?" And one cunt missed it, and I split him, and he was like, "Oh, you split me!" And like, he fucking like his eyebrow was split, and then he was all good with it. Though he's like, "Yeah, chill, like Don," and honestly, I think I have the best fans in the country, and we all just stoners, man, and we all just like. We're different, we're all flawed, and we just want to have a good time and live our life and just enjoy experiences while we're young, because I don't know how long the world's going to last at the state it's in, you know what I mean? So
that's true.
We just enjoying it, man. We're just doing our thing for as long as we can.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all my fans. I love every single one of you, front to back, top to bottom, no matter where you're from, who you are.
Yeah. Is there sort of anywhere that you haven't toured with in Australia that you're dying to get out to?
Darwin, yeah, no, I need to go to Darwin. I swear to God, right when you said Darwin, a magpie was like in the background, like just to be so Aussie, like that's as Aussie as it gets. But I do want to go to Darwin, but I think Townsville's a good one.
Yeah,
like
Townsville's
a big one that I'm really thinking of going to, and I really want to go international, to be honest. Like, I want to go to New Zealand, and I'm going to go to UK this year as well. So
yeah, New Zealand. We can try help with New Zealand, I reckon.
Oh, really? That'd be dope. We should definitely tee that up.
Yeah,
I've got a fan base over there. Like, I get a lot of messages, so
I
want to get me and Wombat out there, bring Talo, and I'm super faded right now. Whoever gave me this shit last night, thank you.
Was that like the stuff that you got yesterday, or is that just a joint that someone rolled you up last night?
I rolled like 15 of these fuckers this morning.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's like, I got a whole bag of these motherfuckers.
Do you smoke every day?
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment, no bongs though.
No bongs.
No bongs at the
Why
moment.
not?
Because I'm on tour and like that collapses your lungs a lot. Taking the big shot of it collapses your lung as to just smoking a spliff. So.
We've had a friend collapse his lung a few times. He's a pretty big smoker. But with that being said, with touring,
that's heavy.
Do you find that there's anything like a downside with touring? Like, does it ever get a little bit too much for you? Like, just knowing like we manage a few artists, and after probably 4 to 5 weeks on the road, they get real down, and it can be rough, eh?
Tala can vouch for me. I'm a fucking stress head, man. Yeah, no.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's a human. You know what I mean? Like, we all deal with it. Like, everyone. And for me, it's a lot of the time when I haven't had any weed, because like so I've got to do something where I've got to be hell productive, or I'm around kids for the day. Like, I'm not going to smoke, you know what I mean? And they're the days generally when I'm a bit more agitated by things. But at the same time, when you're a hungry, passionate person, that will be stressful for you. Because like you want everything to be perfect. Like, I love what I do, I'm passionate about it, so I want to be hands-on on everything. There's nothing that I don't want to know about. I want to know where that table's going to go at the venue. I want to know how's the mic guy going to run how's the light guy going to run lights tonight, what time are we doing doors, who's going to be on security, how are they getting them in. Like, I'm across everything.
You're a promoter as well.
Yeah, and then I do the promotions for the show. We do the designs, me and my brother. We purchase the beats exclusively from international artists and get them mixed in-house by Nerve. I'm across the way. I'm just across everything. So when I'm on tour, if something goes wrong, which it always happens on tour,
of course,
I tend to stress out a little bit. But the big doings help, man. Like, I think the buds like definitely keep me calm and mellow at the stressful times.
For sure, I think it's it's something that I personally don't smoke a whole heap, but I think it's definitely something that a lot of people vouch for. Like, calms them down, and medicinal use of it as well.
Yeah, it's very medicinal. And the thing is, though, is like it's different for everybody. I know a lot of people who can't smoke it because it just spins them out, and it's a thing where in moderation it's good, and also it's not for everybody. But from a medicinal perspective, it should be legal, and from an illicit perspective, I could see arguments as to why it should be illegal.
Yeah.
But for the simple fact that cigarettes are legal, and alcohol is legal,
100%,
and I can get a script for Xanax and other things like that,
100%,
then marijuana should be legalized for illicit purposes.
Yeah.
It'd be controlled. They could be taxing it. The government and the people would be getting money back off the profits of it, instead of it going like,
and making it cleanly. Like,
don't get me wrong, there'd be some dealers
that
are spewing, but like, I'm a general herbal activist. You know what I mean? So
100%.
like, if it was going to be better, people like me could start growing their own strains, non-PGR, some of the chronicus stuff, get it shipped in from international, and really bring some good marijuana products to Australia if that happened. But it'll happen eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed.
I think so. I mean, I have a pretty liberal view on drugs. Like, I feel like that I feel like it should all be decriminalised and made and purchased through like pharmacies or
I will say
like
certain drugs though, like I'm a big advocate of like fuck ice, fuck heroin,
of course,
fuck all like amphetamines, base,
of course,
even coke to an extent. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front and sit here. I'm not a sinner. Like, I'm guilty. But like, all the uppers are dangerous for the young kids. You know what I mean? It fucks with people's hearts. Fucks with people's. A little bit of weed ain't gonna kill nobody, bro. You let me know if weed ever killed somebody, and fuck it, I'll apologise. But hey, Batsky, say hello, bro. What's going on, lad? Fucking oath, lad. Yeah, it's right there. But I'm definitely an advocate of like, marijuana isn't a drug, it's a plant.
Yeah, 100%. There's I was talking to a paramedic the other day, or like a few weeks ago actually, and they were saying that back in the 90s when, this is the weirdest topic, back in the 90s when heroin was like the big thing, rather than like, I feel like meth and ice is a big thing now. Yeah. But heroin was the thing back in the 90s. They found that so much easier to deal with, like from a medical point of view, because it was just a shot of adrenaline, a hit with the paddles, and they were back to normal. Whereas with meth and ice, it's hard to take them off of the high. Yeah,
man,
whereas
it's
because
scary.
when you take heroin, you're on such
lives,
a low.
Man.
Man.
Stuff like that changes people's lives.
Yeah.
And it's scary for me to think about sometimes the impact that as artists we have with some of the music we make and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like, it's easy to sit at home and judge people like us, but we're just reflecting our lives, you know what I mean? So like,
for sure.
But I definitely think that it's bad, and just if anyone out there is doing that, maybe don't.
Maybe don't.
Maybe not do it. My headphone just died.
Yeah, my headphones just died as well.
Did everyone's headphones die?
Mine are up.
Are we still live? Check.
I reckon we still got audio go through.
Check.
Yeah, we still got audio.
Just take the headphones off.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what we're doing now?
I've not had that before.
420 fam just busted the. How many people here? Does it say how many people here right now?
We've had 347 come through.
Hey, big up the 420 fam. Does this stay up?
What's that?
Does it stay up after?
Yeah, it will. Yeah, unless there's like anything you want us to take down, but yeah, it'll stay up.
No, I'm always 100. It's what it is. It's
that's what I figured as well. Like, yeah, I'm the same. I feel like I should just try filter what I say, because we've been doing this is the 5th episode, so like I still have to think about like what I need to filter just in case I say something that like I shouldn't put out loud. But like I think
you probably should have filtered that father comment. That probably would have. That was probably a filterable comment there. But that's all good. It is.
Yeah,
it now. And it was you. It wasn't me. So I'm all right. It was on you.
I want to ask a couple of questions like about music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Let's take it there for sure.
If you could work with anyone, living or dead, producer or rapper, who do you think you'd want to work with?
Oh, it's a tie between Bob Marley or Big L.
Wow, I didn't think you'd say. I didn't even picture Bob Marley. That's dope.
Well, Big L on it from a musical tip, 100%. Just I'd love to make music with Big L, but I think Bob Marley. I'd love to meet him. Because I only know him from a media perspective and from a photo perspective or from some type of perspective like that. So for me, it's more like I would want to meet him and understand his perspective on marijuana, life and music. He makes the best. I feel like his music is a medicine or a therapy instead of more than just music. Like it's a.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but I'd love to just meet him and pick his brain for smoke some spliffs with him and just talk to him and be crazy.
I wonder how he would be compared to the persona, or it could be him, but there's a persona around him.
They say
him,
never
right?
meet your idols. They say never meet your idols. They do say that. But
say that.
Man, fuck, I don't know. I think that I feel like stoners are certain types of people, and there's a certain connection that's just across people that smoke pot. You know what I mean? And there's a difference between somebody who occasionally uses bud and like stoners.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Like I feel like stoners. I feel like there's a general consensus that everyone gets along. So. Yeah,
I feel that for sure. And then more in the Australian realm, is there anyone like that you'd want to work with from sort of the older generation of the hip hop? So like 360, Cursor.
From Australia, that's a hard one because there's so many. I think Horror Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like Horror Show and Solo. And Adit, big up to Adit and Solo. I've met both those guys now through music, so like it's awesome. It's cool. Yeah, met a lot of people through music, and it spins me out. You know, having conversations and working on stuff with people that you grew up listening to is awesome. So, but I think Horror Show is definitely something that I'd love to do one day. Like I said about there being more sides of me. Yeah. I feel like I have a side of me that can make music like that and does music like that. Yeah. And I think that I kind of. It would be mad to work with them. I think it'd help me bring that out as an artist and help me work on myself. So yeah, definitely Horror Show.
How about looking down the UK route in the grime scene? Who do you look up to, and who's your inspirations, and who would you like to work with?
We're back with the headphones, by the way. Just so everyone knows what I was doing. Everyone would be like, "What is this cunt spinning on?" Probably Izzy Gibbs or Slow Tie.
Yeah.
Other two. I'm already in the talks with Kamikaze and Eyes. Like a big up to Kamikaze, big up to Eyes, big up to the boys. And fucking I think Izzy and Slow Tie are the ones that I want to do, that I'm trying to get, and then Kama and Eyes are the ones that I definitely am going to do, and I'm looking forward to doing that as well.
To do more with,
Yeah, and I've been messaging with someone. I don't know if it's only through Instagram, so I've got to look a bit deeper into this. But someone's been speaking to me about Mike Righteous, someone from his management team, that wants to do some music. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed on that one. I'm a big Mike Righteous fan, bro.
Yeah.
From way back in the day when he did that thing spitting in the car.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah, dope. Speaking of that, all that sort of thing, the relationship that you have with Triple J now, that's sort of developed over the last year, doing the Thursday. They've got the Thursday nights with Howie.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you found that?
The hip hop show?
Yeah, the hip hop show, yeah, Thursday nights. How have you found that sort of like...
With Triple J?
Yeah.
I feel like when you say relationship, it's funny. A lot of people are there really isn't a relationship yet. I think what's happened is, if I can speak candidly right now, what's happened is with the Cursor situation, Triple J lost out on someone who was a massive artist, succeeding very well and doing a lot for Australian hip hop. You know what I mean? And undeniably, he's been doing it for many years. And then 7-8 years after just kind of giving him no play, then he gets an aria. They're like looking to give him play. And with the next generation of rappers now, I feel like Triple J are like, hey, like hip hop, we can't keep ignoring hip hop. It's the most predominant. You look at the chart, it's all hip hop these days around the world.
For people that don't know, what did happen with Cursor and Triple J? What was the...
I don't really know the situation of the ins and outs. I just know that Cursor was doing like massive numbers, #1 albums, you know, with a massive following, but Triple J wasn't giving him radio play, or I don't know the ins and outs of why, but I just know that wasn't happening. And I just feel like that with the next generation, like, and it's good that Triple J doing it, like big up to Triple J, like we all appreciate it, the whole country appreciate it. There might be some fucking old motherfucker or some cunt who doesn't like rap who's going to comment on Instagram, this is why Australia sucks or something like that, and has no clue what rap even is, but we don't give a fuck, you know. The next generation appreciates the fact that like we can have a radio station that has rap on it. Look at America, bro. Like, there's Sway 45. It's Sway in the morning. There's Sway in the morning. There's Shade 45. There's all these American stations that are providing hip hop in the mornings and shit.
Yeah.
Man.
And then you got Radio 1 Extra, BBC One and stuff like that.
We get an 11 p.m. show on a Thursday night or something, man. Like, we need like some... It deserves it. There's a lot of talent in it, man, as well. People sleep on it. The people that hear the drugs only and the negative shit only, it says more about them. Yeah. Because there's so much to the music. Like, I remember with the Triple J bars, and still specifically, there are so many bars in that are very real. Like, when I die, if life gives you lemons, we ain't making lemonade. We can grow a fucking lemon tree and take it to the grave, so we die, all our brothers getting paid and they sipping lemonade. Like, shit like that is from the heart. But then some stupid motherfucker, all he hears is the smoking on a spliff, and he goes, this guy just talks about drugs and weed. Fuck this guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And I feel like I'm looking forward to Triple J giving light to this shit. Whether it gets a negative or positive reaction, there's a big voice culturally, and it's called Australian hip hop, and it fucking deserves more. There's more to it than just the mainstream market. There's a big underground. Look at America, man. Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm rambling on it. I just I'm really passionate that not just me, there's like fucking Talakai right here, Forte right here, Wombat down there pumping on a ciggy dart, and fucking all the artists from this country, whether they love me or hate me, like we all need to be projected to this world because it's popping down here. It's fucking mad.
I actually think that's one of the things that's made the scene like become such a it's a movement now. It's a big wave. It's happening at the moment in Australia, and I think that's because that mentality of championing each other and
working together.
100%.
There's a little saying, bro, that I read recently, and I feel like it's true. And it's like, don't get me wrong, like you don't have to love everything or like everything, but hating something accomplishes nothing. You can guarantee that. You don't like. There's no guarantee that liking something or working together is gonna work. There's no guarantee. But what I can guarantee is hating and not working together won't work. I can guarantee that. Like I can guarantee that that's not gonna work.
It's a lot of effort. Too small. There's a lot of effort to just hate. And
we're too small for it.
And it's just a lot of bad. Like hating something brings you down. Like if you're hating something, you're not bringing anything positive to your life.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, I mean, you don't have to trust people. You don't have to do all that sort of thing. And you don't have to fully forgive someone, but to hold a lot of hate, I think it's just
there's things that can happen in life though but for me, like think of it like this from a perspective. Like, so let's just say from a gang term or whatever, right? Yeah. There's 1,000 people in a gang, and there's this gang of 10 people. The 10 people gang is Australia, and the 1,000 people gang is America, and the mainstream markets in the other Western countries, right? Sure. Yeah. This gang of 10, if they're beefing with each other, how are they ever gonna compete on the level with a gang that's got 1,000 people in it that are working together and not giving a fuck about each other? They're just doing their things and like whatever, you know what 100%. I mean? Like, if these 10 people are bickering among themselves, we need to be making the 10, 20 and the 20, 30 and the 30, 40 and growing together and uplifting people that do well and we think are talented as well. And we need to be working together. We don't have to all love each other and be best friends, but like we need to work together.
100%.
The fans deserve better, and I've been a fan for too long to not see where we're going now. Fuck it, I don't want it to slow. Like we gotta go. Let's go. Like this is that moment. Yeah. So like, yeah, I just think that people like hating or bickering or going against each other, we're too small for that. Can you imagine we were playing everyone in Australia just jumped on planes together and just went and did shows called Oz Hip Hop around England and around New Zealand, like 20-man lineups at festivals all day, and it's just a showcase of Australian culture.
Yeah.
It'd pop off.
Do you
pop off?
Do you use it as like a motivating factor? Like obviously it feels good to prove them wrong, right?
Yeah. I definitely. No, not even, not at all. To be honest, like that would be from the laws of attraction and the shit I've learned. That would be manifesting that shit.
Right.
Like
feeding into it.
Yeah, I pay no mind to it. Like
Okay.
my tunnel vision is for my success, providing for my family, and seeing my fans having a good response to the music. If those three things, that's what motivates me. Like proving somebody right or wrong would be me giving that attention. Like I don't give a fuck what anyone's opinion is. You know what I mean?
Take the high ground.
Yeah, 100%. You have to. You have to. Because
Very ego driven as well. If you're trying to prove people wrong or go about it that way as well.
Yeah,
it's
like
an ego,
we all do it sometimes. Like
of course,
everyone's human,
Human
but
nature.
like yeah, we need to just understand that like taking the higher ground with that shit it's not a matter of like who's right, who's wrong. It's like literally for your success, and if you want to be successful in life, that's what you need to do.
100%.
Like you need to have a goal and a focus and just go at that, and nothing can throw you off that course regardless of anything. Like who gives a fuck? It has to be like that.
Can't have distractions.
Yeah, I'm mega faded, by the way. Are you as faded as me for it? Bro, this shit has me fucked. Where's the story of the tour? Where's Wombat? Where is he?
He's downstairs.
Fucking come say hello, lad.
Man, my sister like fucked her wrist up, broke it right before her wedding. For a good 2 weeks, man, she couldn't do anything, and he's like touring Australia with a broken hand. I literally could not believe it.
He's killing it.
Like you'd be in a fair bit of pain at the moment. Hey, Wombat.
A little bit.
We can pull up a chair if you want. Do we have a spare chair?
I'll kick back a bit.
I think we've got.
Yeah, just say hello. Stick your head in
This
this
one
one
work?
Yeah, the boys.
There we go. Happy days.
Yeah, my hand's fucked.
Just explain how the tour's been. Fucking.
Yeah,
Can I interview Wombat?
Yeah, sure. Pull up a chair. Pass that chair over, Joel. Or if we could grab that one there, that'd be perfect.
Can I interview you, lad? I'll interview you.
Yeah, jump in, boys. Little midstream change up.
We're gonna switch it up real quick. Somebody take a look at this.
Sweet, bro.
That's perfect. You're in the camera now. That's perfect.
Yeah, mad.
What's up?
Fuck all, bro. Just scattered as fuck from last night, It's a big one.
How late did it get for you?
Fucking, I don't know. I've only had a couple hours sleep, Like,
Shit. Yeah, me too. Actually.
last night was fucking bad.
Yeah, we went up to like what time? I went to bed at about like 4. And we went to bed at the
Yeah,
same time, mate.
we smoked that joint.
Yeah, we hit
at
the
like 4 or 5. or
And
some
that
shit.
comes out the front like, yo!
Yeah.
Just screaming.
That was hilarious.
You come and grab the grinder at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I needed a whizzer.
You literally I think at the grinder and boosted.
Nah, I got a Dewey to get the grinder.
Where are you guys staying? Is it
No
safe
comment.
to say?
No
yeah. Shit. Yeah.
We
I
sleeping on
forget.
the streets and
You
shit.
probably can't say that shit now
I'm
because
sleeping in the gutter. No. the Grigsy scream. Big up to Grigsy.
Shout out Scroogsy, my boy.
Wombat man, how'd you give us a story? How'd you break the hand, man?
I was just drinking way too much, bro. I need to fucking cut down a bit. Just fucking punching brick walls and shit, bro. I was doing it for like a week straight, and then eventually my hand just gave out and fucking done a boxer's fracture. Just fucking, I don't know. I got surgery on it a couple nights ago, man.
Yeah.
They put
Yes,
a bunch
you
of
did.
metal pins and fucking
saw.
screws in it and shit. It's cooked as.
Is it fucking sore?
Nah, it feels alright today, man. Like not too bad. It was fucking sore as yesterday. But
Did you break here? Is it like
yeah,
this?
this bone here. So like there's that bone, and there's a second one there. It was like the top of that fucking just fucking snapped.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
It's cooked, bro.
Don't punch brick walls, man.
Yeah, I've
right.
learned my lesson.
I
man.
did it on the first tour, and I've got scar.
Yeah,
there
I've
and
seen
shit
you when
from
you
it,
Broke your
yeah.
hand as well.
Yeah, I did it on the first tour, but I punched a fire extinguisher instead. You know how stupid I was? You know the fucking hoses, the
Yeah,
fire
yeah.
extinguisher hoses.
Yeah.
You know how it spins on a reel?
Yeah.
I assumed that reel would be hollow,
Right.
and it's just like a big metal like beam that just it spins on. It's just full metal, yeah. And I just cracked it, thinking I'm gonna dent it. And I remember just the sheer shattering pain. I just remember like it was just so solid, bro. And I put everything into it. My hand just instantly.
Yeah, but then you like nearly got arrested by the feds afterwards.
Yeah, because they thought, but all I did was punch a wall, and the next thing you know, there was like 6 cops there.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you know instantly that it was broken? Were you like,
Yeah, I felt
Fuck.
it. Like, I just knew, like, straight away. Like, it was just fucking cooked. It hurt so much. It was swollen as I had a cast.
It looks like it's healed up pretty good though, eh? Like,
Yeah, no, it's done alright. I got just a couple of scars.
So
on
that
it,
gives
but
me
she's surviving. You'll be right, lad.
nah, fucking knows.
it'll all be fine, man.
For sure.
That's fucking wild. Eh? How'd you two meet? Give us the rundown.
Fuck,
Give us the story of Wombat and Chillinit.
through music, man. Like, fucking.
Oh yeah.
When I started doing the Get Bodied shows, and I just came up with that idea with Tal, and I was like, well, let's just put on a festival kind of thing with it. We did the shows, like me and him, and then like, let's do a festival, invite everyone. And I'd seen his music before, and I just sent him a message, and then he was like, oh man, I listen to your music too. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I've been
fucking
listening to the cunt for
mad.
years, bro, since I was in high school and shit. Like
Yeah.
back in the Hustle Hard days and that, so I already knew him.
He was like a fan, so I was like, this is awesome. Like, I rate your music, let's meet up. And so I flew him from Tassie to Sydney for the first, that was the Get Bodied show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
For that Sydney show. And man, just from the moment we met, it was just kind of like, you know, he was a quiet kind, like he's always a quiet dude when he meets people and shit. So like we were just chilling, but we were both big stoners. Like that was the thing that
Yeah,
we
hard.
Yeah.
bonded on.
That was the connection.
Out of everyone in the scene, me and him were just heavily like, yeah, we love marijuana, fucking oath. Like, let's have 60 billies and spit some bars
Yeah,
till like 5 in the morning and write some songs. Like,
yeah,
we just got along on that tip.
for
And,
sure.
and from there, man, like, fuck, but I love the cunt now, you know what I mean?
No,
It's been a
sick cunt,
couple
bro.
of years. and
100%.
It's fucking
Been through
cool.
a lot, man. Fucking dope shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cunt.
And you living in Sydney now?
Oh, I
as
still
well?
live in Tassie, but
Still
I'm
in
moving
Tassie.
to Sydney probably in like next month or two, eh?
For sure.
Yeah,
I
hard.
think it's time.
Fucking oath, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get on that shit, eh?
Yeah, straight out, man. Way more opportunity up here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
And there's still mad opportunity down there. Shout outs to like all the Tassie rappers fucking killing it, but like
of course,
I've got to get out and fucking try push this shit further for everyone, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
I think living with the people you're working with, or not living with, but like being in close proximity to the people you're working with the best is like
Making music in
penultimate
a
for-
room with a producer and multiple, like the artists in the room doing it at the same time, is nothing can catch that energy. And like, and man, like we motivate each other as well. Like he pushes me and I'll push him, and like fucking we help each other out wherever we can, and just keeping each other focused and on path. So like,
yeah.
Fucking oath.
yeah,
Do you
it's
guys
good.
work out of a studio in Sydney at the moment? Do you guys have a spot you work out of, like, or you
Nah,
just
we just bounce around.
yeah,
Just
that's
do
the-
whatever. Yeah, we just
yeah.
bounce around, do
Yeah,
our
yeah.
thing.
Did you? So obviously you would have started like when you started doing like recording and stuff like that. Did you start in your bedroom, or did you start sort of like more low key and then work your way up to working in studios and stuff like that, or do you?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to answer that one?
I recorded my first track like in my bedroom with a fucking busted up Guitar Hero microphone and shit. It was chat as, but it came out alright. Like, fucking, yeah, I don't know. Then Greeley kind of helped me out and just got me in some studios around fucking Tassie and shit. Like, just some ones in Housing Commission, just ones they set up and that. You
So
know what I mean?
Greeley's from Tasmania as well.
Yeah.
No shit.
And then, yeah, I don't know. It's way good to fucking work in some mad studios and shit now, though.
Work your way
Like,
up
we've been
to-
hitting
We've been
up some
doing
good
some
ones.
cool ones, yeah.
Do you think it's
pretty
like better for productivity when you're working out of the like actual studios, or?
Yeah, I'm mega ripped. I'm just fucking like, my brain is like,
tell you.
yeah, the difference in the person from the start of the interview to like now looking at you, clicking his jaw up. Yeah. What were we saying? I'm not even lying, but I swear to God, what were we talking about? Something about studios.
Yeah, studios and that, like,
What about them?
shout outs to studios.
No, I was saying, do you find that now when you're working out of probably like, you know, some quite high quality studios, you find it's better for your productivity?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Laced.
Oh my days.
I don't know, but I just can't. Every time he talks to me and we make eye contact, bro, I just start laughing. Go, ask me one more time. No, I got it.
I feel like the question's so stupid now that I'm asking it.
Go.
Now that you're working out of, so obviously like, now that you're working out of more high quality studios, you
Yep.
find that helps your productivity with like how you write and how you put out tunes.
I think it just helps the overall production. I don't think it helps my productivity per se. Like,
Yeah.
am I going to do more? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always working at my pace, but like, it definitely helps the quality of the production. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Where do you get the most out of like when you write? Like, where's your spot where you get like all your bars down?
Late nights. A lot of the time it's late at night, not in the shower, no. Just late at night, or sometimes in the car. There's sometimes in days where I'm driving around working, like, so I'll go I'll look at some merch and pick up some stuff, and then I'll just stop somewhere halfway through and just pull up the car and fucking start just riding. I'll just be like, fuck, I feel like riding. I'll put a beat on. Next thing you know, I'm pulled over in fucking Alexandria somewhere for fucking 3 hours just riding a rap on the side of the road.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, like, it's just whenever I really find I'm feeling creative. Hold on a second.
This one.
What's wrong?
I couldn't see the charger.
Stop interrupting the interview and show some respect. Put your head in this, bro. Look at what we're gonna deal with. Look at this. Drinking a fucking red wine at what time of the day?
Drinking a 2014 Cab Merlot.
We gotta deal with it on a daily basis. Lucky I love you, bro. Nah, this is my bro. This is one of the guys who fucking, we started this, like, first show back. I did it with Dal.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah. And he was giving me advice, going to me, this is how you need to rap like this on stage. You need to have this presence. And then he watched me. Yeah. He watched me go from where I was to like now, where I'm at now. So like I'm proud and happy to be able to, you know, like bring him along the tour, and he's killing it. He holds down the set for me by having the opening slot.
Yeah.
And he kills it, man. It's good. He kills it to the point where I have to tell him, I'm like, hey man, like, just chill. Can you not throw water and fucking kill everyone before the fucking show starts, bro? Like, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me, bro. No, he's real good, man. I'm joking, but he's real good. He fucking kills it.
When you sort of came back, so when you first started, you have a period of where you weren't doing music for a while?
Yeah, sub in. We're going to do a tag out. Big up to Wombat. Round of applause for fucking Wombat. Woo! 420 fan, woo! That was a Rick Ross. Woo! That was lit. Oh, Ric Flair. Yeah, sorry, Rick Ross. Woo! Yeah. I was Rick Rosson. Fort, do you want to hit this split, or is Fort gone? Where's he going?
He's backing out.
He's getting food.
Fair enough.
100% Fort's eating. What time is it?
Yeah, Uber Eats is here.
Fuck, I got the meet and greet in half an hour.
At Street X?
Yeah, Street X. Yeah, that's going to be dope.
If you're listening in, head to Street X now. You guys will be there in about half an hour, hey?
Yeah,
shout out to Street X.
Like, wait, no, I need to be more elusive. No, I may not be there. I will be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bradshaw's a coward.
Illusion.
He is actually an absolute coward.
I don't condone that. I don't know who Bradshaw is, so I don't condone it. Can't condone. Oh,
some
Daniel.
Questions?
Oh.
Yeah, fire it over.
He owns Street X.
We got some questions from the people watching live.
Oh, do we?
From the fans.
Let's roll through it.
Let's get it.
When does it start?
Someone's
Which
like,
started?
do you want to fight me one-on-one? Or something.
Someone said thoughts on 1-4 chill.
Thoughts on 1-4. They're fucking, bro, that message song is ridiculously hard. Ridiculously hard. My honest, humble opinion is I want to see that type of music, like, make it.
Get out the hood.
Yeah, and get out of that shit, though.
Yeah,
I hope that, you
hard.
know? But make the clips and do whatever. Like, bro, like, they've lived that life. They've established. They got the stripes, bro. Like, they are who they are, you know what I mean?
Mount Druitt's a whole different ball
so
game,
like,
bro. Mount Druitt's a whole different
they've been
ball
through
game.
they've been through like you can tell they've been through a lot in their life, so obviously they've got to put that in their music. But I'd love to see them elevate and you know, get out. I just hate seeing, you know, like just fucking beef. That's all. I just love seeing cunts winning and happy and shit, you know what I mean? So as long as they're happy and they're winning, they can get out of that lifestyle.
Shout out 1-4, like they're all dope.
That the message song's the best. Like, retaliation is a must. Ain't no maybe ifs or buts. Like, yeah, like I've had numerous listens to that song, bro. It's fucking dope, bro. It's fucking dope,
bro. When YP comes in on anything, like when he comes in on Shanks and shit,
it's their energy. It's their energy.
That dude's voice is so prolific. It's just insane.
I just love their energy, man. And I feel like it's the next level of, like, say how grime has caught on, and there's trap music that's caught on. Like they're gonna lead that drill scene, man.
Dave is on 1-4. Like Dave shared that shit, like on his story.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
shout out
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's huge at the moment. Dave's blowing up right now.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
He's dropped his album a couple of weeks ago. Hey.
But
yeah, it's a good album.
He put up an Instagram story like sharing
Psycho is a
1-4
top
on the like sharing like 3 videos of him just sitting there listening to the message, going like,
That's
okay.
the top album in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only 20. He's only like 21.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, bro. He's so young.
Holy fuck, man! It's so funny when like someone that's younger than you is like fucking absolutely like powering, and you just
like
kind
chill.
Yeah. How old are you, chill?
No comment.
No comment. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm just old as hell.
50.
I'm 55.
50 years old. Yeah, get out, man. 50. Yeah.
I'm elusive with my age. No one knows my age. I've said different ages at all courses of time.
Really?
I just throw people off.
He's
and
fresh
shit,
18.
Like, I just fucking.
You look young.
I just like
fresh
people not.
He's fresh
I just do my
18.
thing.
I was actually
And people get real stalkery as well, bro. So I like to like not share my last name, not share like my date of birth, not share like any of my details and shit. Like cunts are a bit like with some of this Instagram shit. So.
Yeah, I was well like surprised when I look back and I saw like interviews on YouTube and stuff from like 2012. I was like, wow. And then I thought to myself, how old is Chill?
This cunt thinks I'm an old man now. Oh, okay, fuck you, dead.
Was that as be cautious or?
The be cautious shit.
It was an interview from 2012.
Fuck be cautious.
Oh shit!
Sending shots for be cautious.
You're not friends.
That's me. It was me. Oh shit, you're not friends.
That was his old battle rap alias.
Oh shit!
Like back in like 2010.
Yeah, right.
When I was
like he still murked it. Like
young and young, and I was
this
like,
man can freestyle like a don.
Like, it was like a
let's
rap
be
battle in
real.
the park, bro. That was the
hectic.
laddest, chattest to chill there was, bro. I was just.
You still won though.
I was off my head in that.
You still won though. Like that.
I'm sitting like a fuck. I'm like, look how high I am, bro. I'm sitting in the like, in the help position.
Well,
trying to get out.
We got one last question here.
That was only one question, wasn't it?
There's heaps more. I just
Then he asked
locked
for one
myself out. But
yeah, he asked one question and goes, all right, we got one last question here. I was like, what? Fucking 2 questions.
I got someone asking, when's the next album coming out? So when's Octagon? When's the next project coming out?
It's due for 2019. I'm not going to give any dates just yet.
Sure.
I'm doing a little studio session where I'm going to book out a studio for a month, live there, like not take my phone with me and just go make my music. So
if you don't take your phone with you, I'll give you $500.
Probably watch me. I feel like I'm the most misunderstood and overjudged rapper in the game at the moment, man. Like,
you're also the person that uses their phone the most out of all.
I have to.
I know, but
it's my job.
If you don't take your phone with you,
it's a full-time job.
If you don't take your phone with you for that studio session, I'll give you $500.
The only reason I'm not taking it is because it's a strategic move to take a step back from my full-time job and make it part-time while I focus on the music, because the music is the priority. I've just dropped the album. Now I'm doing the promo side of things, and I've been doing the networking. I think it's a month off one side of the business to focus on another side.
Real talk.
That's dope.
That's my Mahatma Gandhi answer. So high.
Someone's asked, why don't you put your singles up on Spotify?
The album's up on Spotify, and then the singles is
all the
because
singles were on the album.
Yeah, like a lot of the singles are on the album. Oh, there's like Who I Am and other ones like that. Just because
Just go run the plays up.
I don't really know, to be honest.
Just go run the plays
So
up on YouTube.
a couple of times it's to do with samples, like the price is too high on the samples, or we can't get a contact to like legally 100% trace back that this person owns the sample, so it's not worth the risk of like copywriting music and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm big on that. I'm big on like I own 100% of all my music. I own 100% of my business. That's why I love being independent and I promote it.
That's
you know what I mean? So I'm always got to be cautious on what I do, you know what I mean? Other perspectives, like when it's a split thing, it's a split problem to be shared.
Yeah.
But with me, it'll fall on my head, so I got to take a lot of care with my music.
That's awesome. Also taking all the risk as well when you're running your business 100%. But yeah, that's
100%.
That's a good.
It's fucking hard, like.
Yeah, man. Like that's like something that is uncommon in like the music industry. Like to have someone running their own business and
you
being
guys
100%.
know that firsthand. Like running business is hard, man.
Yeah, it's full on, man.
It's hard.
No,
Tax,
it is.
tax, paying bills.
It is
Like you guys,
fucking full
like
on.
you guys are like pretty young, and you guys
Getting invoiced,
do business
bro.
pretty well.
Every fucking day I get a phone call about an invoice, and then fucking either the ones that are coming in, I love those phone calls, and then I'm just getting fucking, you got to pay this one, you got to pay that one. Fucking when you're on the road, that's when you get slugged.
Yeah.
I reckon.
If there
Not
was,
so much
if there was
slugged, but
anyone
just
that
like
knew
you don't.
If there was anyone that knew like the magnitude of business, like these guys would know that.
Yeah, well there you go. Yeah, these boys would know. But no, I think when you're on the road, you don't notice it as much, because when you're just making the music, you have more time to see what's going on, and you know what's coming up with what you're getting invoiced and what taxes you're paying and stuff. When you're on the road, you don't know what's happening. It's a blur, and then just every week you just get in here with, you got to give this away, you got to give that away. I'm like, am I losing money on this tour? What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? It's how you feel sometimes, but it's all worth it in the end. And I just love being able to do it for the fans and show the fans that like anything is possible. You can do something on your own. You can start from wherever you are and take it to wherever you want to do, whatever that is you want to be. Is 2019 and everyone's out getting theirs, and I want to see people start, everyone's out, you know what I mean, getting theirs as well.
100%. Talakai, when's your next album? This is a question coming through from Gemma.
I'm actually going to release an album at the end of the year.
Huge. What's it called?
I'm going to drop it a day after he's and compete with him. I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking.
That's so hard.
I thought we were friends.
We are. I think I'm actually going to do that.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Oh. Damn.
No, I'm actually going to release something at the end of the year. For once in my life, I'm actually going to do it.
Boom. Someone just came through with, I'm trying to start rapping on SoundCloud. What kind of advice would you give me for a young person trying to work their way into the game?
Work harder.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
always work harder. Even if you get good, work harder.
What about like remember that it's a slow burn to get to the top, like to get to a spot where like you're in now.
I feel like because you know what, something I think is a trend now, because rap is so popular, people are putting themselves out there from the moment they start from scratch.
Yeah.
And
hard.
so with me, I wasn't like, for the first time I started writing raps and rapping, I didn't even cross my mind to even fathom like that, like it was going to go to a place like this. So I spent about 6 months or a year of just writing them at home before I decided, hey, like I loved rap. I'm going to put this out. You know what I mean? And I remember some of the first stuff I put out, it wasn't even on the internet. It was just shown to my friends. It was terrible. Like people were like, I remember my friends like laughing, and they told me that. I laughed.
When I first started rapping, it was like 10 years ago.
Now.
Like I was releasing songs on MySpace. I was like dropping like 2 songs a day.
Holy
like
shit.
I had like Chill's response now. I was like getting like 500,000 plays on songs on MySpace.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like, but that was like what, in 2009?
Oh really? There you go. Back in the MySpace days. Fuck.
That was under a completely different alias though. Like fuck that guy.
I just feel like if you can give advice, going back to giving advice to the young fella, I would just say take your time. If it's the first rap you're writing, don't necessarily put it out and do your thing. Like just grow, go through some rough
accept
experiences,
criticism.
yeah.
Accept criticism.
Yeah, for sure.
Like your opinion
And just
always
focus on
isn't
yourself,
isn't
man,
the best opinion.
Focus
Yeah.
on helping others and just being yourself and helping yourself first and foremost.
Yeah.
You can't help others till you help yourself. You can't love others till you love yourself.
Yeah.
You can't you can't hate others if you don't hate yourself either. Like, that's where it all stems from. It's I recommend reading the laws of attraction. You want to be successful, not just in rap and anything. Do yourself a fucking favor. Have a spliff. Read the laws of attraction.
Or read the Wu-Tang
Do
book.
it numerous times.
Read the Wu-Tang book.
And
It says it in the same aspect.
you'll thank me later.
100%.
The Wu-Tang book, like the Tao of Wu or something. That's like the best.
And if you
book
can't read
ever
it, then
read,
audio
bro.
listen to it. I know some people who aren't the best readers, but have listened to it via the audio
Short
book.
attention span.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. So even if you don't like reading, young fellas, then listen to an audio book.
100%. I think that's a good time to wrap up on
Wrap
that.
it up, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's some fucking great advice.
You gotta get
and
to straight X, eh?
you get a straight X, yeah.
If I'm late, can I blame you?
Yeah, for sure.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Bradshaw
And Bradshaw's
won't
a
do
bitch,
anything.
so it's all
anything.
good.
He won't Bradshaw won't do anything.
Why is Bradshaw copping it, bro? What's the inside joke I'm missing? I'm always out of these inside jokes while I'm on tour, bro. I'm so fucking busy.
You'll know when you meet
little
him.
inside jokes running.
That's the only inside joke. Bradshaw's a coward.
Yeah, coward. He's a coward.
Join in or fuck off, Chunky.
Join in or fuck off. Yes.
Big up to Chunky, my bro here as well. Hey, he's been fucking holding it down for me while I've been here. He organised the visuals for me for the night. He's organising the after movie. He organised food. He organised other things, and I just appreciate, you know what I mean? Yeah, Chunky just the MVP. So big up to @Chunky_.
Catch us down at Street X 1 p.m.
Big up. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.